Folks, and welcome to an exciting night here tonight. It is the 2022 Broken Hero Championship Race live on NASCAR Heat 5. I am Alexander Ned. I'll be joined in the booth here by new colleague there, Derek Jeter. Derek, this is an exciting race here tonight. We should be in for quite the show.
It's David. What's up? How are
David,
you?
I'm sorry. my mistake. We're just getting accustomed to ourselves here. But it should be a good race here. 4 drivers, all with a shot to win.
Yeah, let's talk about some of these playoff drivers. I want to start with Ruby in the 3 car. He's been kind of a dark horse all season. Consistency is key. He's won quite a bit to start, but he cooled off a little bit. He has 3 wins and 17 top 5s and an average finish of 4.6.
That is impressive. Is he your pick here to win tonight?
I think he's going to be my credit one to watch.
Alrighty. This is the brand new league for me. I have called some of these races for these guys, but I myself am learning, and it looks like you're just now getting underway here under the green flag.
I've raced with all of these guys before. I used to race in the league. I know their tendencies very well. Raced around them for a few months. Right now, the 5, Justin's in the lead, and Doc is under him.
Doc is one of our championship contenders there, under pressure from the 96 car. Taking a look to the inside there.
Mason's a road course specialist. Almost all of his wins came from a road course. He has Darlington under him as well. He's won the most this season with 8 wins, 22 top 5s, and he has the best average finish out of the championship 4 at 3.4.
Impressive, as we are under caution here for the first time here tonight. Got to give us a chance to explain to you guys at home what the race summary is. So, as you take a look at some of these guys as they get onto pit road here, looks like yellow manual cautions are going to be on here. The race length is going to be 200 laps. These guys will have 3 stages, but winner takes all for the championship race. So basically the drivers that we are following, the 9, the 4, the 3, and the 12. Chris Manigansky here. Chris Manigansky comes into the final 4 here with 3 wins, 3 top 5, 16. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 top 3s, 16 top 5s, and the average finish of 5.3. That 12 car, I've seen him perform before, and he is quite stellar, especially when you put yourself back against the wall.
Yeah, he has his wins came at Martinsville, and 1 came at Worldwide Tech. He's a very patient driver. I see him waiting till the very end to show him what he's got, honestly.
All right, so the 9 and the 5 in control. We ride on board with the 12 car there. Looks like the 9 car is going to get the jump. Green flag is back in the air. We are racing once again here at Dover. Immediately you see the strategy to get to the bottom of the racetrack there. The 12 got up underneath the 5, who lost 2 spots.
The inside is the preferred line here. The outside really does not work on exit. You really want to try to set up your car to dive down under them in the entry and make it stick for the exit.
And we'll talk about that, especially as the run goes on. You see the 24 car get a little high. Not going to lose a spot there, though. He hangs on just outside of the top 5. Meanwhile, just behind them, a battle heating up for 5th place. That 3 car taking a look underneath the 5. who I believe Justin comes in here. He's outside of the Championship 4 picture, but he wants to end this season on a high note.
Absolutely, as he just took 3rd place from our Championship 4, and he also just lost 4th place to his Championship 4 Ruby. The 5 is also very strong. He also just waits for the long run, comes in at the end, and kind of surprises you.
Excuse me, my mistake. As we see Doc Calabrese in the 9 continue to lead this field in front of that 96 car. Doc holds on to the championship picture here so far.
Doc's been the strongest car most of this night so far. We still have one more Championship 4 guy to talk about. That'd be Marcus in the 4 car. He started the year winning the first race at Daytona. He's the defending winner of this track. They had Dover in the spring, and he took that home. He has 5 wins this year and an average finish of 3.8.
Doing a great job there running along inside the top 10. Looks like take a look underneath that 24 car there. And now applying some pressure on the back bumper of the 12 car, Chris Manigansky. That is a championship battle right there. Let's talk about... go ahead there, Derek.
If the race finished right now, it would be the 9, 3, 4, then 12 as your championship 4 standings.
Looks like the 3 car going to move last place up the wall and almost into traffic there. You saw Justin Miller have a big bobble out of turn 4, and he's going to lose all that track position to the 3 car and others. Don't know if that was because of a move made by the 3 or the fact that, as we see the 24 car, almost get into the wall and take out that 5. Don't know if it was an entry made by last place in order to put himself way up wide, or was there contact between the 3 and the 5?
3's up the track a little bit. The 4's going to take advantage, gain some on exit. 3 tapped the wall a little bit. 4 dove it in deep. Couldn't get it to stick.
Yeah, now our top 3 are championship drivers. As you see, the 96 are on board as he bounced off the wall out of turn 2. Now he'll find himself under pressure by the 12 car, our 4th championship 4 driver, and now all 4 of our championship 4 competitors all running 1, 2, 3, and 4. Early, though, a lot can happen. And you don't want to be... Let's talk about the dynamic that is NASCAR racing here, Derek. One thing that's special about this Championship 4 format is that unlike any other sport, it's not like these drivers continue to race amongst themselves. They're racing amongst everybody that's still in the field, even those competitors that are not within the Championship 4.
I always thought this was the best format NASCAR has ever came up with. I love the consistency used to be it. You could win, but I didn't like that you could win like 12 races and then do crappy for like 15 other ones, and you can still win the championship by over 300 points. I like the fact that we bunch them all up, give them one more shot, and we put the entire field in there. It's not like baseball, football, you have just the two people. Anything can happen. The championship winner doesn't have to win this race, and I think NASCAR has done perfectly in how they made this new championship format, and I hope it stays for a very long time.
It absolutely makes it a must-watch situation no matter where you are on the spectrum as a fan. How do you not appreciate your driver having a shot, a 1 in 4 chance of taking it to victory lane? Speaking of a 1 in 4, how about that 4 car who just worked his way up to 2nd place? You saw it here live, and earlier in the spring, that 4 car is the defending race winner. back in the spring here, and he looks like he has it a little bit dialed up. Trouble off the corner. You saw the 12 car get loose very much in front of the 96.
I think the 4 car, just like I said, he's waiting for his right moment. He's chasing down these leaders. I predict if we can stay green for the next 10-15 laps, I think the 4 car will be your new leader.
Oh, saw the 96 car have a terrible entry into turn 3. Almost wiping out the 12 car right there. You don't want to be one of those competitors that gets into the side of a championship
in the wall.
battle. But yeah, right now, that 4 car trying to, it looks like he has his work cut out for him, trying to run down that leader, Doc, in that 9.
I think Doc's running maybe a little bit too high. He's running a lot, Harvick's running a little different line than Doc is. I think Doc, or Marcus is using that bottom lane. He's going to end up getting to him.
Trying to get the lap count here. I was given the I was given the stream of the 12 car to see exactly what lap we are on and how many laps we have to go in the stage. So bear with me as we ride on board. Looks like that 12 car will flash by. Looks like just 13 laps. And these guys have about 18 laps of fuel, so they'll be able to make it a full fuel run. However, it'll be pretty much at the end. The handling on these cars will definitely go away by the time we reach that.
Yes, Dover, you can start out loose, and you just get tighter and tighter as the run goes on. A lot of washing up the track, maybe some contact in the wall in turn 4s. See a lot of that being a possibility.
I'm on board with the 42 car, who actually has some damage, which is also important to note. That damage is on, and that could definitely affect the handling of these race cars if these drivers find themselves in trouble.
So the one thing about this special NASCAR game is once you go into pits, you'll take about 15 seconds to repair, and you'll come out smelling like daisies. The damage model, I don't know if it'll fix itself for us, but I know the damage model is kind of wonky. Some cars will look still broken even when they're not broken, and vice versa.
So yeah, it looks like the 42, we believe he has fixed that damage there. Might have gotten that earlier from the one caution that we did have. Meanwhile, though, this 9 car, he's about to have some company. That 4 car, Crown Royal Racing, has found Pace and is tracking him down. We're on board the 3 car, who's actually intently watching this battle unfold here.
Yes, it looks like both the 4 and the 3 are slowly catching Doc. Doc might look maybe setting up for the short run here. Just come down to the end of the race, maybe he didn't get a full setup in yet, but it definitely looks like the 4 and 3 have better pace at the moment.
Coming to 7 laps to go, and I believe that 4 car, he's definitely there. But right in the wake, you saw him actually get very loose. Both he and the 9 car bobble a little bit out of turn 4, and now the 9 car extremely high and wide in turn 1 and 2. They gather it up, but man, are these guys not giving it their, in fact, all on the racetrack.
Yeah, that move down low, getting loose, I think he couldn't enter the corner the way he did. It washed him up a little bit higher than he was hoping for, and it gave the 4 a great chance to come in here and get challenge him.
5 laps to go. Next time by, you're watching stage 1 unfold here at Dover, the Championship 4 race. It will be decided in 2 stages, but what better way to ensure you have great track position than with an important win here in stage 1, that 9 car trying to hang on with the 4 right behind him.
It's important to note that the 8 car has gotten around Championship 4 driver Chris for 4th place.
Now it is a 3-car battle. You see the 3-car right on top of the 4 and the 9 at the stripe. It'll be 3 laps to go. And they have driven away from that 12.
The 4 is making a move. He's side by side.
Take a look to the inside.
They both wash up, and here comes the 3. It's 3 wide.
Wow, is there contact between the 2? The 3 has to get out of it.
The 9 wow! A little bit. It didn't hurt him.
It'll be 3 laps to go that time by the 4 car on the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes the 3 once again.
The 9 had to back out, so the 3 is going to take second.
Things falling apart for Doc late in this one as the 3 and the 4 trying to settle it amongst themselves. 2 laps to go this time by the 3 car riding the wall.
Big entry into 1.
The 4 car
makes a stick.
He has the track position. Does he have the tires to hang on?
4 defended the bottom. It might have cost him. He's up higher. 3's under him. Door to door.
3 car is there. 1 lap to go in the stage.
Sponsored by MUNRL. No.
The 3 car made that position work. Final set of corners. Can the 4 car do anything with Embrace Greatness?
There he goes.
It won't be enough. The 3 car to the top of the board.
Stage 1.
Embrace Greatness, able to do exactly that and win stage 1 here at Dover.
That was an amazing battle. I knew the 4 and the 3 had the pace. They got 3 wide, and Ruby ended up on the bright side of that.
Sometimes it's all about making the most out of the moves others make in front of you, and I believe that's exactly what the 3 car was able to do. He kind of watched that battle unfold between the 4 and the 9, and then was able to take advantage when they watched up. Might have been able to save his tires just a little bit as well.
Who's your credit 1 to watch after watching stage 1?
Oh, I don't know. I was going to go with that 12 car there, as the 12 and the 4 are my 2 picks. I have not watched the 3 and the 9, but they've all shown speed here today. The 12 car, though, seeing a little bit of what would you call it? A little bit of miscue getting back onto pit road, as you see the 96 get into the wall
2.
On the start of stage 2.
I'd like to take a little bit of time for an ad. I got permission to do this by the league owner. If you guys are looking for more fun battles, we have MUNRL Friday nights at 9 p.m. We also expanded to an iRacing series on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Come on out and enjoy some good racing and some good people. Back to the battle.
Battle unfolding indeed. You see that 12 car trying to make use of those newer tires. Our championship 4. Ooh, the 9 car, Doc, actually got a piece of the wall right there. And here comes a battle for the lead.
It's a drag race. The 4 is going to get it on entrance here. The 3 is going to be way too high. He's not going to be able to hold it. The 12 is under the 3 as well. He's at his quarter. Now they're door to door coming out of exit.
At that 12 car there on fresh tires, some adjustments made on Chris Matagansky, and now he's able to put that to good use and try to get himself up to second in front of that 3 car. It won't work this time, but Crown Royal has been able to take the lead back once again in that 4 car. Ooh, Doc nipping the wall at turn 2 again.
This is scary for the rest of the field, that the defending winner of the race and the really the championship favorite for most of these people, he's out in the lead, and once he gets to the lead, it's not going to be easy to get it back from him.
Nope. That is what we've heard, and that's kind of what I expected out of that 4 car there as we continue to take a look. We're on board with the 3 who's wide in turn 4.
He had a terrible entry to turn 3 on that time. Doc is just... Oh, it looks like he's gaining a position on the 42.
Meanwhile, yes, what has happened to the 9? He was in control. Now suddenly he finds himself in 4th place out of our championship 4. You know, stage 2, and with this being a truly long stage, about 78 laps to complete this stage here. This is important to note how you don't want to beat yourself. You don't want to be put yourself in position where you have trouble. You gotta, you know, pit early because you have damage or something, and put yourself in a further hole than what you are right now. If I'm that 9 car, perhaps things aren't going my way. As we see the 42
something like that.
And the 24 make contact. Go ahead.
Dover being such a technical track and stages being as long as they are now, how does a driver stay focused, hit your marks, and not make a mistake when it's so easy to at such a technical track like Dover?
I believe Dover, if not the hardest track on the circuit, these guys will straight up tell you, you're virtual or not, we often see these guys when it comes to Dover. Miles the monster there, he packs his lunch, and for good reason. We understand that these guys, you have to hit your marks. You have to be making sure that you are not overdriving the race car here. And I believe it's such a technical rhythm track, it also being on concrete, something that these drivers perhaps might have just not have a feel for as they do with asphalt, because concrete is a different racing surface. These guys have got to put their best abilities as race car drivers and put that to use every lap. Every lap.
So you would say this is a driver's track?
Oh yes, definitely.
You gotta be skillful with the wheel. You gotta be a wheelman to get it done here at Dover.
I've heard the drivers talk about this racetrack and how if you could perhaps reach out and touch one of these race cars with such close as they're racing, you could spin them out. That's just how on edge they are here. And with the degree, you go from, I believe it's 12 degrees of banking on the front straightaway to about 24 degrees of banking in the turn. The car is never truly settled into the racetrack. You're always on edge. So 3 car way up wide and under pressure from the 12 and the 9. So
I think what I'm seeing is some of these cars might be a little bit stronger than the 3 on the short run, but the 4 is checked way out in front of the entire field. I think it's the 4's race to lose as of this point in stage 2.
And let's not forget, you know, we will have a green flag pit stop that will need to be made. And something that is unique here at Dover, the fuel window here is not necessarily what you see, what's given to you on your screen. You know, if you take a look on the race. Oh, we see the 42 Gibby right on the back from the 12 car there. The 9 car really wide, almost getting on the apron. In fact, he did get on the apron, have to give up.
He definitely got on the apron.
But yes, as far as the fuel window here, it is not the same. It's about a lap and a quarter here. That can truly mess you up as far as trying to plan your pit road.
Yeah, so you definitely have to pay attention to your fuel window here. You don't want to get caught out there
Oh,
at
Madagasky in the 12 car, hitting the wall.
The 9 pinched the 3 up into the wall as well.
And also, if we were to have a caution, and if it were to come out right here in this pack of cars is 2nd through 8th, you don't want to find yourself in trouble with damage as well, because there is no place to go.
You could throw a blanket under the first 5-6 cars.
The 5 or 6 cars that are not the leader, we'll say it that way. The 4 car has checked out.
Definitely, he's way gone.
The 24. The 24 got loose.
Off pace.
And the 5 was there. Unfortunately, Hendrick Motorsport teammates don't know their teammates in this league, but team numbers getting together there on the front stretch, and that 24 car is going to lose a little bit of time to those leaders.
The 8's putting a little bit of pressure on the 9 car for 2nd place. Do you think the 8 could play a little Joker's card and take this Championship 4 race?
You know, one thing about that we were mentioning there, Derek, about how these guys are running a race that is their own, is the fact that no matter what, even if you're not a part of the Championship 4 picture, you want to run out and do your best.
Yeah, you have sponsors to think of, you have a team to think of, like, and plus, no NASCAR driver is going to go out onto a track and be like, I'm okay with finishing 5th. No,
exactly.
we're all going to go for the win.
Exactly. So that 8 car could very much play spoiler as we see that 3 behind our stage 1 winner actually beginning to fall back.
It looks like he's lost a lot of pace from what he had in stage 1. I wonder if damage has gotten to him from getting into the wall earlier on.
And damage, even a second of damage will change how that car reacts, especially in the corner here at Dover.
The way our HUD is presented to us, we have a model-looking car on there, and even yellow damage, which is just even as much as 5% aero. With these Gen 6 cars, aero is everything, and even a yellow side or a yellow bumper, and your day could be ruined until you get that fixed.
So coming up, we have 55 laps to go. This is quite a long stage 2. And I believe NASCAR remedied that to make sure that we would indeed have a green flag pit stop here. But my calculations, these guys will have to go down pit road in about 13 laps.
Do you think anyone tries to stretch it? Or maybe short pit?
Don't know if we would see anybody perhaps short pit here. But in order to make it to the end, I saw the fuel window was about 41 laps. About 40 laps if you were to play it safe. And so I believe these guys are going to try and use everything they can, because you don't want to be, as I mentioned here before, the fuel window being 41 laps. That's about 39 or so laps in real consumption here.
I think the move is definitely would play it safe in stage 2, but if I see the 4 car have this big a lead and it's the final stage, I definitely would try to change it up, because if you follow the leader all the time, you're just going to follow the leader.
I do like that as he goes around that 96 car, and I'm very much with you on that. If you follow the leader, you are by no means getting around. You see the 4 car has actually checked out a huge lead in front of Doc Hollowblaze, who's been able to remedy up to 2nd place. He and the 8 car have driven away from that 2nd pack, or really now like, 1st pack of cars right there.
Looks like the 4 car is proving just what we all knew his dominance here at Dover and his dominance here in this Broken Heroes NASCAR Racing League.
Were we surprised to see him not get stage 1, considering the pace out of that race car that we see right now? There. Were we surprised to see him not get the stage?
No, like I said, I think he just picks and chooses. He waits for his moment, and I definitely think that just maybe the starting track position might have cost him. We didn't really get to see much of the first caution. Maybe he was involved in that first caution. Track position is very much key here, so I think he just patiently waited for his moment, and now he's out here and he's going to show him what we got.
Let's also keep in mind that Dover perhaps has the hardest pit road to get onto. It is not by no means, as we see the 88 Scotty Racer attempt to navigate getting onto pit road safely and at 35 miles an hour. These guys are expected to go down pit road here in about 2 or so laps. And
I pushed a bad button. So sorry, I had to re-enter the race.
Oh, no problem. We have not missed much. Looks like pit road is about to be a very busy place, though. We see the 12 car is on.
I definitely like pitting 1 lap before the leader. I like that strategy. The 4 car hasn't pit as of right.
You know, I like that strategy. However, with how pit road is, you can find yourself deeply in trouble having to pit later on in this stage. So, the 12 car, he made his pit stop about 2 laps before we see any of our leaders going on pit road here.
The 9's down pit road. I'm just
and
wondering.
The 9 is making it onto pit road.
It looks like maybe the 4's backed off a little bit. Maybe he's trying to stretch it a little bit farther than some of these guys. The 9 really closed that gap up when I came back. That the 4 didn't have such a big lead. I wonder if he's holding back a little bit.
He might be trying to save some fuel there.
Looks like he's going down pit road right now, actually. He is. 3 car will take the lead. He stays out longer than all of them. The 8 gets around the 3. I believe the 8's on new tires.
Keep in mind, though, these guys, when they pitted, I saw the 12 car pit with 41 laps to go, and or 45 laps to go, and the fuel window is 41. The 4 car is pitting exactly on the money.
So the 4 car is definitely going to have to save fuel.
No, the 4 car won't have to save fuel. The everybody else though will that pitted before him will have to.
If we go by the 41 laps though, you only get about 40.
Yes. But we saw the 4 car try to stretch it, and I believe he's at the best out of everybody in order to try and save that, as he will lose a lead to the 8 car there.
The 3 just came down pit road, so this is our last of the championship 4 drivers to pit. He should be able to go full out when he gets out.
Yes. And that is a critical move made by that 3 car there in order to try and make this a one-stop shop here for stage 2. And that strategy right there could define whether other competitors stay on the lead lap or find themselves a lap or 2 down because they have to pit. And let's also
coming out of 4.
Let's remind these guys as well that the pit road is closed with 2 laps to go, so you will be assessed a penalty there.
Can we get a position
39 laps to go, and the 8 car is your leader.
Where do the championship 4 sit between the 3 and the 4?
The 4 car is in front. So of our championship 4, the 4 car continues to pave the way. He is right on the money. He and the 3 car are right on the money. So the 4 car, excuse me there, my dog was being in the way. So the 4 and the 3, we know the 3 is the best on fuel here. The 4 car right behind him. The first car that we saw having to pit was the 12 of our championship 4, and then the 9 followed right after that. I know, we know that the 12 car, based on when he pitted, with 45 laps to go, he will not be able to make it on fuel.
No, the 12 car, if this goes green, will definitely have to make another green flag pit stop. I believe the 9 might as well, unless he stays.
And that's what makes Dover so difficult. Not only are you racing the racetrack here, you're racing the set of circumstances that make racing so hard and difficult to negotiate here, especially as your own crew chief. I guarantee you that 12 car probably did not expect having to pit again versus the rest of the field.
So is it the 4, 9, and 3 top 3 in the championship right now?
Yep, the 4, 9, the 3, and the 12.
Would it be like are they 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now? Or what is their position in the track?
It looks like the 4 car is 2nd, and then we'll try to go to the 9 car running along.
9 car saving fuel.
Yes, he is, and he just got passed by the 3 car. And this is important. I can't tell you how difficult this is here to do, especially at a track that eats up about a lap and a quarter of gas. You're trying to save, and it seems like it's kind of futile because the track itself uses more than a lap that's given to you. That 9 car, he's got to make sure he doesn't go a lap down, or his championship shot is over. Oh, this 2nd stage, it is going to throw a wrench at a lot of people. I believe the 12 car is on pit road.
Oh, maybe he realized that he wasn't going to be able to pit and he make it. He just decided to pit now and then says at the very end, it looks like he went fuel only.
Yep, just enough.
Can you say our top 5 for us, Alex, please?
Right now, as they run, it is the 8 and the 4, and then I believe the 42, the 3, and the 9.
Thank you.
Cars that are a lap down, the 96, he did not get a, I wonder if he had a pit road miscue, and did not pit underneath our 2nd caution on our only stage break so far. He had started on the front row, did not get going there, then quickly came back down. So I believe he is down a lap, as well as the 88. The 12 car as well in serious trouble.
I think the 12 car needs to get past that 96 ASAP so he can be the first car on the lead lap.
Well, he's actually probably 2 laps down.
Yeah, so he better hope for a caution, then the stage break caution.
A caution, and/or he needs to get back around the 8. Because the 8 car, who is currently our leader, is who trapped him down there. Now, the 8, Mountaineer. We don't know if he can make it on fuel as well. I wasn't aware of his strategy as well, but I believe he pitted enough. He pitted before the 4 car, who we knew had the what do you call it? Had a tough task ahead of him to be able to make it. So that 8 car definitely not going to be able to make it as well. 30 laps to go, or less than 30 this time by.
I think he pit on the same cycle as the 9 car, so I'll really be looking to see if this 8 car if the 8 car doesn't make it, I'm going to be severely concerned for the 9.
This race. When did this race just turn on its head? It is never just as straightforward as getting on the gas and going here, especially for a championship race such as this one.
I think Dover's always been a great track, virtually. It's always put on some great racing. I think it's an amazing Final Four track, virtually. Maybe not so much in real life in these old cars, but definitely virtually. Dover's put on such a great show.
And this 8 car there, you see just in front of him, both 24 and the 5. This is important because if these cars go a lap down, they'll be fighting for that lucky dog battle.
That would hurt the 12 extremely, so much more.
It would.
Seeing as these cautions haven't been flying as quickly as one may have thought, so he'll be in real deep trouble come stage 3 if we can't get cautions.
And I believe that 5 car may have been trying to save fuel, and as he goes the lap down.
Let's also key in that he's also catching the 9 car, who has to be saving fuel at this point, because the 9 car has some of the quickest pace we've seen so far tonight, and this 8 car is running him down.
Yes. Now the 8 car, if I am the 8 car, maybe I am trying to go for broke here and decide, build up so big of a lead that when I pit, it doesn't matter because I'll still be on the lead lap.
Well, the problem with that strategy is, you said second place is the 4 car. That 4 car is there. He is hunting him down.
And he is not by any means saving fuel as well. Now that 4 car, he had perhaps the best, of our 4 to try and save that fuel as we ride on board with Crown Royal Dad. Now he is a past Dover winner, so I would expect he kind of knows this game, knows how to play it, and knows how to play it very well. That to victory lane.
The 4 car is some of the one of the best I've ever seen saving fuel. Even when you think he has no shot, he'll come and save 3 laps of fuel at a track like Pocono, and he'll end up winning this whole thing. 8 gets to the 24, the 24 stays high respectfully. Looks like he might stay high through the entire corner, see if the 4 will get there. The 4 does not.
The 24 car is going to go a lap down.
Another big hit
as well as the 9 this time by.
The 9 has to try to stay ahead of the 24.
A championship 4 contender, Doc, going a lap down here
so 2 championship
at Dover.
4 drivers a lap down or more.
And with the 8 car having to go on pit road, we expect that 4 car there is doing all he can in order to make sure he keeps his competition behind him.
The 4 skirt the roll tad a bit there. Being the 8 car and seeing the 9 save as much fuel as you have, do you think maybe you should try to save a little bit too, or do you think he's doing it right and playing this go all out until you have to pit?
You might as well. You have the track position. A caution could come out that could, help you and your chance of reeling in that leader, because you're not on the back burner of that strategy call that we're seeing with the 9.
Looks like the
However,
96 went down pit road.
I worry about what these guys are going to have to do at the end of this stage. Are we going to see multiple cars, multiple laps down? You don't just lose one lap here under green. You lose typically two.
Typically 2 laps here. The 12 car looking to get around the 24. He's coming up real fast. The 24 must be saving fuel as well.
All this is happening. We haven't talked about the 3 car, who we believe might be in the best of being able to save fuel.
Do you think he has the pace to catch the 8 and the 4?
I don't believe so, but I believe he has the pace and the ability to keep his championship for hope alive at the end of the stage. I don't believe he goes a lap down.
I definitely
And that's
don't.
the big.
Definitely don't see that.
That's the big news.
The 3 has the best tires and the best gas situation out of everybody on the track.
Ooh, might not have the best car though if he dipped the wall.
Yeah, I saw he 88's down low on the apron, getting ready to let the 3 car by him. Looks like he's going to stay low for the 3. Steps below the apron again.
Has
3's
not
catching
him
that
the
9.
88 car. But yes,
88 car's slow going into pit road. He might be out of gas.
meanwhile the 4 has been able to take the lead away. We saw that 8 car on pit road. There he is. He's going a lap down.
Oh, there we go. We knew that he was going to be close, and Doc had to save. So right there, the 8 proved it. Anyone who pit before that definitely did not have the strategy.
Now, the question is, he get out, and yes, he only lost 1 lap. Where did that put the 8 car though in relationship to everybody else?
I think the 8 car, if he stayed only 1 lap down, he might be able to get that lucky dog. Seeing as the 96, the 88, they all pit. The only car that I think that might get the lucky dog over the 8 would be the 9 car, as the 12 is still 2 laps down.
Yes, I believe so. We're coming to 7 laps to go in the stage. We're going to ride on board our known leader, the 4 car.
The 4 car might be saving fuel as well. Looks like the 12 is catching him, and catching him fast. The 4 is definitely saving fuel.
Question is, the next known competitor that we know that could go around him would be that 3. You see the 12 get around, and that is important. That puts the 12 car on 1 lap behind versus 2 that he had been boldly on.
The 3 car is coming out of 4 right now. He has the 8 and the 5 ahead of him, along with the 9, who's in the middle of turn 3.
There goes the 96, another lap in the books. Back to the 96 car. Meanwhile, the 4 car, I believe 4 laps to go, and it's kind of hard, sorry. Trying to track down because everybody's a lap down. It's hard to truly gauge how many laps people are. We believe the car was right in front of that 4. I believe he is.
It's important to know that he said there's 4 to go. Well, once there's 5 to go, there are no more manual cautions. Every caution will have to be a game caution from here on out, because after 5 to go, we do not have manuals.
That is important to note. Also, with 2 to go, the game itself doesn't allow you to go down pit road, at least was not without a caution. So have to be, or in order to make it, they have to ensure that they have 2 laps of fuel left. Otherwise, they'll be assessed a penalty getting on the pit road.
8 car around the 24. Looks like the 4 is going to end up making it the entire distance.
Slow but methodic.
He's just coming out of 2.
And we believe this might be coming to see the white flag in stage 1. Oh, the 3 is on pit road. That is huge. Huge. He will go not 1 but 2 laps down. The 3 car we thought could make it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's the end of the stage, I think. Everyone's slow on the track.
So we'll try to get an official count with the 3 car on pit road, though. That would tell me that would be a penalty there. And we'll see exactly who was on. It looked like it was the 4. Yeah, by my calculation, there are only 3 cars on the lead lap. Wow. The 4 and the 42. Mountaineer will be awarded the free pass. Everybody else will have to be a lap down and will have to be taking the wave around. Wow. The 3 car there electing to be on all the way around, but because he was on pit road, will not get the lap back. Only 3 cars on the lead lap, including Crown Royal Racing. He is the only one of your championship 4 on the lead lap.
Yes, correct. The 4, the 42, and
the 8. Because of that, because of having to restart with the free pass, is deep in this field. Wow. That 4 car did its homework in a big way. Whoa! Contact between the 9 and the 42.
The 9's looking for that lap back, and he's looking for it quick. 3 dove it in hard on the 24.
And the 3 car is trying to become one of the first cars 1 lap down. He was able to get 1 of his laps back.
I'm a little shocked. I thought the 3 had enough to make it.
Yeah, me too.
We have 78 laps to go in the race.
And basically the same distance of what we found out last time, so these guys have got to be able to make it and push it just about the same as what we saw the last time.
Doc and Chris and Ruby are all fighting for 4th, 5th, and 6th. That would be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the championship 4 standings. And they're fighting to be the first car lap down.
Here comes the 9 car trying to get his lap back the hard way, and he'll do so.
It looks like the 12 is going to try to follow suit. He dives down low. The 4 is way high. The 12 is going to get the run on the exit, and the 12 is also going to get a lap back.
At least for now.
After he makes that deep dive into turn 3, it'll be very clear for him. On exit, looks like I wonder what's going on with the 4 car, because the 3 is going to... Looks like he's going to try to get past him as well. His closest
competition, all of his competition, tried to be on the back end of the lead lap. Have not talked much about the 42 here today, but he is doing a great job, and he played strategy very well. He was in 2nd spot the entire time, able to use that to his advantage.
And he's under the 3 right now, trying to take over, or trying to put another car between the 3 and the 4. Keep him trapped a lap down.
But on the 9 and the 12, I've got to... Oh, the 3 car into the wall right there. I've got to make sure that I am in front of that 4 car in case the yellow flag does come out. However, it is not all said and done. If this goes green, these guys find themselves a lap behind the competition, and they're going to have to make that up. That is harder, as what we saw in stage 2, harder to say than actually do, especially here at Dover.
Looks like the 4 is putting pressure back onto the 12, trying to put him back down a lap. Maybe something was just off with the 4 for a lap or 2, but maybe his car needed to get dialed in, but it looks like he's trying to put the 12 back a lap down.
Well, if I'm the 4 car there, I am definitely applying pressure to these guys. Any competition that I can put a lap down is somebody I know that is not going to be a factor should we get a green-white checker at the end of this one. You don't want to allow a desperate man to try and make a desperate move at the end of this race.
If I'm the 12, I'd block like Logano here, and he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. The 4 gets around him. The 12 is the first car a lap down now. I definitely would have Logano'd that a little bit harder.
Yeah, but if you have a car that has been as stout as the 4 car, do you risk that?
Absolutely. With damage being able to be repaired very quickly, not much consequences to the action of it, I would rather stay on the lead lap than to lose a position to make a friend on the field. Just for the championship at least. Maybe if it was a regular season race, let him go. But you're fighting for a championship here. I'm doing everything I can to stay on that lead lap for as long as I can.
Our 12 car unfortunately has not had the speed here.
I believe that Tony Stewart once said, I'd wreck my mom for a championship. I'd wreck your mom for a championship.
That he did say. That 9 car has to wonder perhaps what might have been if the roles were reversed and he was able to save that little bit of fuel. Crazy to think that we only have 3 cars, 4 of them actually technically now, is the 9 car in the back end of the lead lap. Just on the lead lap. The fuel window taking these drivers by storm here at Dover. Miles the Monster having his lunch. Everybody
crazy.
except that 4 car though has been stellar. Or excuse me, the 4 car has been stellar. Everybody else has had their work cut out for them. How about that 3 car there? We were so surprised by the 3 in order to try and make that. And that move to go actually get on the pit road there, it actually saved him by not being multiple laps there.
Really?
Because of the computer, because of him pitting on the last lap and where pit road is, that registers where his car was able to go on the pit road, where the car is that gets service on the other side of that start-finish line. He was able to only stay 1 lap down instead of 2, so he was given a free one only by when he decided to pit, which was on the last lap of the stage. Normally that would be a big no, and immediately at the end of the longest line. So our stage 1 winner, he got away with 1. He still very much has some work to cut out for him, but he's lucky he's not 2 laps down instead of 1.
It's definitely seeming like he's not as quick as he was in stage 1. Looks like he's not enjoying his race car the way he wishes he was. The 8's putting a lot of pressure on him. The 8's battling for the lead, technically, and he's a lap down, so I know the 8's going to give the 3 a little bit of leeway, but
you can only, the 12 and the
that's going to be a caution. That's going to be a caution.
Big hit. The 12 of Madigansky and the 3 car involved, and yes, that should bring out a yellow flag. It does.
And that would make
the 9 car back on pit road, or back on the lead lap.
And the 3 car should be the first car a lap down, and he is, so the 3 will also get his lap back, and the 12 will not.
I saw we were on board when the 12 had an issue. It looked like the 3 went to go around him and might have bumper hooked him into the wall, and that's where that began. Our first
This
caution
changes
for
everything.
contact on the racetrack that we actually saw there, placing us under caution here and giving us 4 cars, make it 5 on the lead lap.
5 cars will be on the lead lap, including 2 more championship Ford drivers in the 9 and the 3. Because this changes everything. The 9, I feel like the 9 can keep up with the 4 based on what we've seen after that stage 2 started.
And actually something happened in the back where the 12 and the 96 did not get going. I have to wonder if this is going to be a manual yellow. It looks like it is.
Caution is out. That would put was the 12 involved in the caution. That means he still won't get his lap back. If the 12 and the 96 were involved in the caution, both of them don't get their laps back. That would put the next car to
You
get
see
their
the
lap
24
back.
car quickly going around.
That
But
would
yeah,
tell me the
something
24
happened with
That
the
would tell me the
96.
24 would get it. Yeah. '96 is down pit road at the moment.
While we're under our, what is this, our 4th caution flag, I'll take a quick break there. Just going to go grab some water, so I'll be right back.
Pit stops are underway. It looks like the 4, 42, 8, 9, 3, 24, all going to go down. The 5 looks like he's staying out. That might be a wave around situation for the 5. 12's coming down. Oh, 12 faked it. 12 does not come down. He'll be a wave around, I believe. The 8 stayed out.
The 8 car staying out might put a damper of the wave around for these guys because
true.
he is on the lead lap.
Yeah, so the 5 and the 12 wouldn't get the wave rounds for that. Very good point, Alex.
We'll see what happens here and how officiating is.
Looks like the 4 is going to win the race off pit road, followed by the 42 and the 9 and the 3. '96 looks like he's parked it for the night. He is done.
Interesting. The 42 pulls out in front of the 4. 4 was kind of slow getting going again.
The 5 and the 12 are down pit road now. Do you think this is a good strategy for the 8, only running a few laps on these tires?
Well, yeah, I mean, track position we have seen be key, and that 8 car held his own earlier, so it was only a couple of laps. I believe he was on pit road prep during that first caution as, a big
no.
checkup.
Oh no.
And that could put
damage
some damage on the
9,
4 and the 9.
and the 8. Oh, looks like they're all going to come down pit road again for that damage.
Interesting to note, there was a lot of damage there. Have to wonder what happened there.
I wonder if the 8th might be lagging a bit.
Well, in a caution flag like this allows everybody to be on the same strategy here. And the 8 may have been lagging.
The 8 might have been lagging. He's getting sent to the field. The 42 will be your leader. There's the 12 and 88 down pit road.
Everybody trying to get the most they can as far as fuel.
Wasting fuel trying to get caught up to these guys. Five looks like he's going to the back for being a lap down. So I guess the order would be the 4, 42, 9, and 3 from where they're at right now.
Yes, here comes the 12 and the 88 that were laps down. And we might have
the bottom.
One more lap of caution here.
It's interesting because they do have the choose one effect. And the championship 3 all took the bottom. With the championship 4, with Chris being in the back a lap down, but the 3 championship drivers all took the bottom of the track.
Alright, let me get a lap count for you guys. Oh, wait, my phone died. That'd be why I can't get a lap count.
It's 151 of 250 laps to go. I'm watching a stream as well.
Alright, there we go. So about 50 laps, or
50
less
laps.
than 50.
With the 12 with 49 car to go.
The 12 car, 1 lap down. Crown Royal has had the field covered. Can he do so en route to a victory and a championship? The green flag back out.
The 3 dove way down. He doesn't make it stick. He's gonna keep it in 3rd place. Battling the 42, he clears them out of 2.
Ooh, the 88 bounces it hard off the wall. Both the 12 and the 42. That's Gibby, who was our outside pole setter on that restart, has now fallen all the way back. Both he and the 12 continue to make contact on the front stretch.
This just proves why the 3 championship drivers took the bottom. The bottom is definitely the preserved. Oh, the 9 hits the wall, 3's into the 9. The bottom is definitely where you want to be on the restarts. The 3 pushes the 9 up the track.
Yes, and move. Greatness.
Clubs on the wall.
All the way up to the 2nd position there. The 12 still very much a lap down, but trying his darndest to make sure he is the first car 1 lap down. If the caution flag presents itself, he's looking for it to happen in a very big way.
And now he is in that position. Let's see how hard he stays to fight to stay in that position. 4, 3, and the 9. 1, 2, 3. 4's the field cleared all night.
He has. The question is, though, these guys restarted with 10 laps outside of their fuel window. So we know that these guys indeed will have to go down pit road one more time. What will these guys decide to take? Do you take 2 tires? Do you take 4? 10 laps, that's pretty big as far as the your tire window there.
Me,
it opens
as soon
up
as
the
the
option.
fuel window, what I do, being a racer on this platform, as soon as my fuel window opens and I know I'm good to go, I'm going to be the first car down pit road for this final pit stop.
We'll see what happens with the 4 cars. You mentioned there, if you follow the leader, you'll follow the leader.
I definitely do think some of these guys will stretch it out and wait until they absolutely have to pit. With me, anyone being anyone with the 4 car trying to win this championship, I would definitely try to be short pitting it here. You make all that time back up in the beginning of the run, and by the time they have to pit, you might be already ahead of them.
Yeah, but you would want to be close. You still would want to be closer than what I believe that 3 or the 9 car is in order to make headway on that strategy there. We just haven't seen anybody gone out to pass. We saw a sign of brilliance out of that 9 car when he got his lap back the natural way. But other than that, and now with that 4 car back in control and knowing that that 9 car is not so far behind this time, I believe his job as far as keeping that 9 car behind him, it's going to be a little bit easier for that 4 car there because he's had the best car all night long.
Yeah, that 3 playing spoiler between the 9 and the 4. 4 looks like he's extending the lead on them even more, so you're right, that strategy I was talking about in the beginning, it probably is not going to work if they're too far behind him to begin with. Looks like 3 is about a second back from the 4 right now.
Looks like the 88 car is going to be the first one to be on pit road.
He is multiple laps down. We have about 39 laps to go. 38 at the line.
And that would mean the fuel window is open. Oh, see the 4 car actually hit the wall.
The 9's looking under the 3. Can't get there.
The 12 car is in.
The 12 car's taking the strategy that I mentioned. But he's also a lap down.
Yes, and
so,
that by my calculation just will not work. Especially if he were to go multiple laps down, and yes.
Yeah.
That strategy not going to play out for the 12 car. It has just not been Metagansky's day. Unfortunate for that Team Penske machine, doing all that he can in order to make up a lap that he lost, getting onto pit road early in stage 2. He just has not been able to remedy it.
It's really sad to see a Ford driver go down, but we have one Ford guy in the lead, and he's looking strong. I think Ford might get this title today. 3 gets real loose off the exit of 2.
He really did, on board with Doc in that 9 car, who tried to take advantage of that situation there. 9 car, who went to victory lane here in the real world on concrete, it was that 9.
All these nicknames for the real 9. Can the virtual 9 live up to the real life 9 status of being Carl Edwards' new concrete king?
He's trying to do so, has his work cut out for him though, with that 4 car about up the road, 1.5 seconds in 3rd position. He currently rides. I'm impressed with the 3 car there, Embrace Greatness, despite having that early penalty and being a lap down, a position that could have magnified itself dearly, has seen him make the best of it, and now he's running along in the 2nd position. Close enough to pounce if that 4 car is to have a mistake.
Yes, he's only 1.2 seconds back from the 4 as he scrapes the wall a little bit here out of turn 4. He's overcome great odds to be in the position he is right now, and he's still my dark horse, and he's still my credit one to watch. I don't think outright speed he has anything for the 4, but maybe he can out-strategize the 4 in some way.
You never know. A pit road mistake on the 4 car's part. It has happened. You don't want to make a mistake there, going from 100 and about 50 miles an hour to 35, ruling, especially that section.
Such a difficult pit road to get on, and you're banking down to the flat end of the pit road, getting from 150 to 35. So easy to make a mistake here, especially with pressure and nerves being as high as they are at the moment. 9 under the 3, he's gonna get him in the entry. He's gonna have the bottom, and that's gonna. Oh, they're side by side still. Looks like the 9 gets it out of 4.
Yes.
Clears the 3.
Move Doc up in position there. 2nd, trying to find some clear road. That 88 car was trying to give that 4 car some fits there, trying to get around him.
28 laps to go.
And a pit stop that will still have to be made. If I'm Crown Royal, I am making sure, one, I'm flying my best laps here, doing nothing out of the ordinary here, but I'm keeping in mind what my strategy is, what I want to do. This is a man that obviously knows what he's doing here, knows what it takes to get to victory lane, and perhaps trying to get a championship here.
That 4 car has just proven time and time again why he's a defending winner at this track, why he's the Daytona 500 champion, and why he's the very big favorite going into the last 26 laps. That the 88's pretty big fits right now at the moment, doesn't it seem?
Yeah, that 88 car truly seems to be trying to get one of his many laps back around that 4 car there, but not going to be enough.
I think maybe he might be playing a bigger role into this chase down than what we're thinking. The 9 and the 3 are definitely, looks like they're closing in on that 4 a little bit.
I don't know. Taking a look from that 4 car to that 9 and that 88. I just...
Seems like the 3 might be running a little bit higher than the rest of them. Oh no, I guess it'd be the 88. 88's running a little bit higher than the rest of them.
You can see the 4 car actually gap that 88 and continue to lead in front of the 9 and the 3.
Hit the wall. 3's right on him.
I will say if that 4 car has an issue though, that 88 car is going to be right on top of him.
That 3's very loose.
With less than about 20 laps to go, also want to keep an eye on strategy as far as if a caution comes out. If a caution flag comes out, what are you going to take? And that will change everything.
You gotta take 4 tires. We ran too long to try to take 2, and there's too many laps to go. Tires are just so huge here in the virtual world. You gotta take 4 tires and fuel.
I would agree with you there. See the 12th car go down more laps. And that Ford Mustang has just been not a fun one to drive. If you're a 12 fan, you hate to see it. But if you're a Ford fan, you love to see this. Kevin Harvick, the 4 car.
He's hard into the wall.
Oh, wow, the 3 car. Yes, he did almost knock it down. And he'll lose a ton of speed.
We have 19 laps to go. Looks like there's only 2 laps left to fuel in their tanks. And the 3's on hard on the inside wall. He's coming down pit road.
He did make a abrupt turn on the pit road there.
Oh, it put damage on his car too.
So he would have to get that fixed. The 4 car, a late... Oh my goodness! A late decision made by the 9, a Doc Hollidays.
Wow.
Hollidays, excuse me, and that, I believe, is going to put him a penalty getting on the pit road. There is no way that 9 car... In fact, he beat the 4 getting on the pit road.
Wow. That changes everything for the 9 car.
He'll be assessed a penalty.
If he got under pit road speed, I'd be very shocked.
I would be too. We'll keep an eye. We're on board.
I'm on board with the 4 car. The 3 just pulled out of pit lane.
He made such a late decision to react. And that's something you never want to have to do as a race car driver. You never want to react to something. You want to be on the move, you know, on the go when the 4 car is making pit road. But yes, that 9 car is going to be assessed a penalty. It'll be a crucial penalty, one that will take him out of the championship 4 picture.
So the championship 4 down to 2. This race is now between the 4 and the 3. And it might just be too big of a gap here. That 4 is way out there.
Yes, but what did the 3 take?
Definitely looks like he took 4 tires.
I wanted to make sure that he is indeed tracking ahead of the 3 car there.
Crown Royal's lead went from 1.7 to 3.3 from pit road.
That is unfortunate for the 9, trying to make it all, and he just reacted way too late to the 4 car, who the 4 car himself made the late decision to go on to pit road, but he made so in parameters of his own race car. He was able to get it down to 35 miles an hour. We talked about how difficult this pit road speed limit is for these guys, and that's not virtually, that's in real life as well. These guys complain about how hard it is to get on the pit road, and that is going to bite perhaps the car that has the strongest ability to try and chase down that 4 car. That 9 car on pit road lost it all, and that is a shame.
There's only 5 cars on the lead lap. Doc being the last one, 10 seconds behind Ruby, who is over 3 seconds behind our leader. Kojak in the 24 and the Gibby in the 42 are in 2nd and 3rd right now, not championship 4 drivers.
So our leader is the 4 car though, right?
The leader is the 4 car by almost half a track.
And how many laps to go?
When Ruby gets across the line, I will let you know. We have 10 laps left in this race. 191 to 200. The leader is 8 seconds ahead, and the lead is growing.
Wow. There is no better feeling than what that 4 car has been able to do. So he just came in here and he's put hurting on them.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the 4 car back in 2020.
After stage 1 was over, the 4 kicked it into a different gear, and it's all over for the rest of the field unless the yellow comes out. And everyone's pretty much separated, so the chances of a yellow, very, very slim.
Less than 10 to go as we take a look at the 4 car and remind you of his drive here today. Finished second in stage 1. Finished stage 2. The one of only one other car on the lead lap. And that is through some strategy there to make sure he indeed made it on just 1 tank of fuel, and the others had to pit twice.
7 to go. When the 4 crosses the line, it will be 6 to go. So we have 6 laps to go. This is the last chance for a yellow. Once he crosses the line this time, there will be no more manuals. It will all come from the game crossing.
And at this point, you as a driver, you're just hoping that nothing can distract, pull away from what has been a magnificent day at Crown Royal. He's done an excellent job. Everything
No
that
more
has flown his way.
When you get in this position, though, with 5 to go, and you know that only a game caution can bring out the yellow, you start hearing things in the cars like, "Oh, maybe we have a tire going down, something's breaking."
Yeah, you're just hoping that everybody minding their P's and Q's and doesn't unnecessarily bring out a yellow.
Everyone looks to be very separated. The chance of that happening are very slim. So the 4 car is about half a lap ahead. He's coming to 3 to go. Ruby in 2nd place in 4th place is coming out of. He's going into turn 3 at the moment.
It has been a magnificent day for that 4 team. Again, very reminiscent of that 2020 Kevin Harvick championship run. Did not manifest itself toward the end, but the speed was definitely there. And if we see this 4 SHR team do all he can to make sure his name is talked about as one of the greatest for this league, he's doing an excellent job in doing just that.
With 2 to go, he's coming across. It's going to be the white flag sponsored by Credit One Bank. I believe he was the defending champion. I might be wrong, but I think he was the defending champion. And I think now he is back-to-back champions. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the 4 is your Broken Heroes season champion.
Yes, it looks like he's already made the pass there underneath the checkered flag in that 4 car. Crown Royal Dad, your 2022 Broken Hero Championship race belongs to that 4 car. Crown Royal Dad is your winner here tonight.
Congratulations to that 4 team. Dominant performance. The top 5 ended with the 4 of Crown Royal, the 42 of Gibby. 3rd place is the 24. 4th place is the 3, and coming home 5th is Doc Hollowblaze.
He'll end the season here with 6 wins, 16 top 3s, 24 top 4s, and an average finish vindictive of that championship run there. 3.8 there. Marcus Snow doing an excellent job here tonight.
What a drive.
Let's see if we can get him in here.
I've never seen a performance quite like that in a championship race in my life.
That race had a bit of everything to it. I'm gonna see if I can bring him in. Give me just 1 second.
What is Dega doing?
All right, I sent the invite out. Hopefully, he'll be able to join.
Are we going to interview all the Championship 4 drivers, or are we just going to interview the winner here?
I just had the winner there, but if you would like to interview each of our 4 championship 4 drivers,
If you're okay with that, I think it would be great to hear from all 4 of their perspectives of how their race went.
yeah, we can go ahead.
You gave his brand.
Trying to get the Harvick paint scheme there as we try to get these people.
Still waiting on the 4 car to get in here for his interview.
Yeah,
Popping the
hopefully,
champagne a little early.
hopefully he'll want to talk to us. Said that he didn't get a uh um a party invite, but I have.
Yeah, definitely,
Can you send him one?
definitely valid. He's already added in
Oh
here,
yeah.
so yeah, he's already been added in. So he just has to accept it. There he is. There's our champion. Congratulations.
Congratulations there, Crown Royal. Marcus, it was not an easy day, although you made it look that way. They're walking through your night, getting that 4 car to victory lane in your championship.
we were quite shocked to see you be able to make it and not the three after the three was pitting after you. We thought that you were going to be the one to run out of between the two of you.
You mentioned there that you had to let it ride out there. At the end of that second stage, when you were one of only two cars on the lead lap, did you think, okay, this is it, this is my race to lose? What was kind of going through your mind there? What, what about that last pit stop there? It kind of looked like it took you by surprise, and it definitely took that nine car by surprise as he tried to beat you on there. Was that something? Were you guys all in a party? Did you know that he was going to be right behind you, attempting that move? This race, it just seemed like it was technically advanced. Now, I know you yourself being a past Dover winner, you saw to it that you weren't of you you didn't let some of the nuisance as far as the pit window and everything get to you there. Do you think that kind of bit the other competitors? All right. Well, my last question is championship, man. That has a nice ring to it. What are you going to be doing to celebrate?
Marcus, you won the championship last season as well, right? You are back-to-back champ. What's next for Broken Heroes after this? GT7? Is that what I'm hearing?
All right, Marcus. Well, congratulations there. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
taking
Way
the
to bring it
time
home.
to talk with us, and we'll talk to you later.
Yep.
All right, man. Unfortunately, I think that might be it as far as our championship kid there. I would like to talk to other people, but unfortunately, I just got to get going. Thanks. This was a great race and a great one to be a part of. You know, that was fun. I'm trying. Thanks. See you, Marcus. All right.
Like one of the best commentators I've ever heard in my life. Uh, like Marcus said, good luck, and uh, look forward to hearing from you in the future. Maybe alongside Dale Jr. in a booth.
Maybe one day there. That was certainly fun, and thank you for allowing me to broadcast and be a part of your guys' world there. I appreciate that and hope I will see you guys down the road.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, from all of us here for the Broken Hero Championship race, so long, and congratulations to Marcus, the winner of tonight's championship. Back-to-back championships for that 4-car. Marcus Snow, your winner. All right, I think we